All right, sixth graders, this is to help you with question 5 on your third CR. John divided 137 by 16 on his calculator. He found the quotient to be 8 and, that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, and 5,625 10,000ths. 8 and 5,625 10,000ths. What is his quotient rounded to the nearest tenth? Okay, so we want to round to the nearest tenth. 8.5625. If we want to round to the nearest tenth, what I'm really asking you, is this number closer to 8.6 or 8.5? That's what it means if we're going to round to the nearest tenth. You're asking yourself, is this number right here closer to 8.5 or 8.6? All right, so if I take a look here, here's 8.5, here's 8.6, right in between, in the very center would be 8.55. So like this would be 8.51, 8.52, 8.53, 8.54. I'm just making a little vertical number line. And sometimes I like to think about this as money. So 8.5 would be like $8.50. 8.6 would be like $8.60. It just helps me to think of it as money. That way I know what's right in between $8.50, $8.60, $8.55. It wasn't miraculous that I got this number. In my brain, I made it into money. So this would be 8.55. Then we're at 8.56, 8.57, 8.58. Ooh, and I'm going to squeeze up here 8.59, and then we're at 860, like 850, 851, 852, 853, 854, 855, 856, 857, 858, 859, 860. Okay, so I want to know, is this number here closer to 8.5 or 8.6? On my vertical number line, I just say where about would I put this number? 8.5625. 8.5625. Well, there's 8.56. There's 8.57. So 8.5625 is sort of somewhere in between those. 8.5625. It's bigger than 8.56, but smaller than 8.57. So it fits right in there. So now visually, where is this number physically closer to? 8.5 or 8.6? Hopefully as you look at your number line, you're like, oh, it's closer to 8.6. So if you have 8.5625, that rounds to about 8.6 to the nearest tenth. Some teachers teach you a little trick. I do a visual for myself. Some teachers say underline the place value. Look to the right. If it's 5 or more, you add 1 more and then kick the rest out the door. But I personally like to do a visual for myself. That's why I do that. But either way, so some teachers give you that little trick and then you can know you round it up to 8.6. There's one of these that didn't have a shot because this number goes out to the hundredths. So on a multiple choice test, sometimes there'll be one that doesn't even have a shot at being the correct answer. All right, but again, even if it's multiple choice, sixth graders, in math, we got to back it up with a bunch of work. Your teachers will need to see that. You'll need it to actually be able to figure out the answer. All right, hope that helped.